Hello, welcome to Boardgames with Niramas. I'm Joseph. Draco's here, he's gonna hold the box. And I am just gonna set up my window so I can see your chat over here. And then we should be ready to get going, and everything seems fine. Let me know if there's any issues with the stream, if the sound needs to be fixed or anything like that. Let me know when I can fix it on the fly here. And yeah, we're back for Imperium. Now this is Imperium Legends. Technically, I actually changed the title of the video because I realized it, but I only have the Imperium Classics box because everything is in that box, so I don't use the Legends box really. Everything fits in one box. Use some deck boxes and so on to keep track of everything. Yeah, okay, I'm really excited for this. I've been playing this a lot. I played it, I think, 16 times in like 10 days, which is not ordinary for me. I don't usually play that much of one game. I usually play different games over and over, back and forth. Now I've just been playing the same game over and over. And hey, Mats is here. Mats is here. And yeah, it's actually Mats to blame that I don't have the Legends box, because what happened was I passed this game over to Mats. And then I borrowed it from him because I wanted to try it and it was so good. So now he's never going to get it back. But he put everything in the Classics box, which is fine. So basically, I'm going to play Olmecs. I'm going to need a lot of space. We're going to have to stack things and so on here because they have a lot of cards staying out in place, which is really cool. It is my favorite civilization so far, but I only played 8, I think, out of the 16 that are in the box, plus the Legends, of course. So I'm going to play against the Arthurians, which I haven't done before. And they even had a special setup. So I was about to start the stream and I'm like, yeah, I know how to set this up. And then I realized, well, this doesn't work. They can't have the Grail. Yeah, so they have the Grail over here. Did I mess that up? Where did I put the Grail? Now I'm confused. Wait, did I mess it up anyway? They were supposed to have the Grail over there. Yeah, I'm gonna have to get my own copy for sure. We're playing against Arthurians. The Grail face up. Wait, okay, oh yeah, I did mess it up. No, here's the Grail. Wait, did I mess it up? I put the Grail at the bottom. That's what you're supposed to do. There's a Grail, shuffle remaining cards. No, it's 2 different stacks. Yeah, it's 2 different stacks. So here's the Grail. And then these are the... So this is the Impending Quest deck. And then this is the Dynasty deck. So they have 2 decks, that's the thing. So let's put the Dynasty deck here. It's where I usually keep it. And then we have the Impending Quest deck at the side here as well. So they have 2 different decks. I don't know how that's going to work, but I know when you play Arthurians, which I haven't done, but I've seen it played, then I know that you can do like quests. So I assume they will do quests based on things coming up. So these 2 factions you're going to see here, if you haven't seen this game before, they are very special. Like, this is not how most of the factions in the game work. The Arthurians are very strange and weird, and I haven't even tried them yet, playing them. The Olmecs are also very strange and weird, because they have a lot of stone masks, which is not something the other factions have. But it's a really cool system, and I think the Olmecs are basically made for me. This is how I like to play games. They are so good. Such a fun game. So, let's get started playing. The first thing we are going to do is just double check real quick. Did I miss anything? No. Everything seems fine in the setup. And I am playing with the Legends cards here. So it's all Legends, which is really cool actually. I prefer that one to the Classics market deck. But you can mix and match as long as you don't have the tributary cards for those that you are playing, because that would be weird if the Greeks would have the Greeks as a tributary and so on. Alright, let's get going. I have my masks here, so I have to explain these, I guess. Let's start there. So basically I have a bunch of these in my deck. They all have the same text, which is draw up to 3 cards if able, which basically means you draw if you can from your deck. You don't reshuffle to draw. And then return a card to the top of your deck. They're all worth 1 BP if they are in history, so I want to get them all into history by the end of the game. But you need to time that right, because they're really good to have until that. They're very good to have to shuffle through your deck quickly. I can get to an Empire here so quick with the Olmecs, which is super cool. However, they're also used as a currency with different cards. So for example, I start off here with my ball games. So it says this is a Persistent card, it will stay in place, and it says exhaust, discard 2 masks, and spend an action to acquire civilized or uncivilized. So I don't have like Conquer and those advanced, those normal cards. Instead I have these ways to do it, and I have a region as well. So what I'm going to do first, I think, is to... Well, actually my faction as well, my Civ card for Olmecs, also has an effect here. Exhaust to put a mask from your discard pile into your history, or discard 3 masks to acquire anything. So I think maybe that's where I should start. I have 3 actions, so I think that's good. Let's start by doing that. I'm going to exhaust the Olmecs, put these in my discard pile, and I can acquire anything. And so what do we have? We have a city. City is pretty good. Has a solstice effect. We have the diplomacy. Now, the Moor is also pretty good. It's a region. You may return a card of your choice from your discard pile to the top of your deck. That's pretty cool. The monument. You can free play a unrest. No, I don't think so. Civil service is nice. It increases your hand size. I can't play it yet though, but it would be nice to have. I love having more hand size. I could get it early, but I think I will just hope that the bot doesn't take it, and I will go for the city. It is an acquire though, so I will have to take the unrest. And I'm not going to explain the game in detail. Mats already made a playthrough on the channel where he explains stuff. Oh, this is a region. And I also did, in my first live stream, I did explain a bit more. So if you haven't seen those, you can go back and check them out. And I am just going to, before I keep going, I'm just going to check real quick with the stream. Yeah, it seems to be working. I had some issues with... what was it I streamed the last time? Was it June Imperium, I think? And then the stream was acting up a little bit, or the internet or whatever, but it looks fine now. Looks like it's working, so I'll just keep going and you tell me in the chat if there's any issues. So, and also the audio was weird the other day when I recorded a video, but yeah, I hope it's fine now. There's so many weird issues always going on when you're trying to make content. I don't know why. So that was my exhaust, so that was not an action. Now let's do some actions. I think we'll do city. This has a good solstice effect. I like having that out. And I think we'll also do Boardgames for second action and La Venta region for third. And I am hesitant. Now, normally I would garrison an unrest card here. Problem is, with the Olmecs, it's going to take a long time before I get this region back. It's basically when I get to an empire and then I can develop, then I can get ritual sacrifice. This is how the Olmecs get their fame cards. But this is long, and then you have to have the step pyramids first. So this is far ahead. It's not like with some other civs where you sort of keep putting, you know, you get... I don't have a glory card. There's no glory card, so I can't like pull them up and then play them again. So I'm not gonna, I'm gonna just discard this. I'm not gonna garrison it because it's gonna get stuck there for a long time. I'd rather see if I can find a way to get rid of it before that. All right, so that was my actions. Now, before I do anything else, I should also put out a progress. I think this is the easy thing to forget in the game for some weird reason, that you should always do this. What do I want to put it on? I mainly use this in my solo gaming for protecting a card, so the bot will often exile cards. Every time they play a region and so on, they usually exile. So that's a good way to protect the card so it doesn't get exiled. But at this stage, I don't really care. Maybe the more. Let's go for, yeah, because I do plan to pick up a few more regions. So let's do that. And then I will draw back up. And now I have 5 cards, and I should remember that I have a solstice effect here later on. As you can see, there's lots of stone masks in here. But then I also have the lodestone compass, which is exhaust, discard 2 masks, and spend an action to acquire a region or tributary. So that's how I get my new cards. That's how I build my deck, by spending my masks in different ways. All right, let's see what the bot is up to. I'm gonna roll the die. Hopefully not roll as many 6s today as I did last time. And so it's Merlin, and now I have no idea how this works. I should also say I have this idea for... My printer isn't working. Otherwise, I have this idea to print all of these, or copy all of these, and then laminate them. I have like a lamination machine, so that I didn't have to have the rulebook like this. But for now, I have to do like this, because I don't have... My printer's not working. It's something weird with it. Arthurians are only barbaric, so... that's smooth at least. So let's see. Does Merlin have no? Truth, I think it's called. Turk Truth, he has his own thing here. But Merlin doesn't have a special, so he's just a... is he just a... Oh, this, they have like for this as well. Okay, that's cool. So is he just an other? I think, no, he's a knight. Oh, okay. Yeah, they have for the knights here. So he's a knight. If able, abandon a region to acquire a region. Otherwise, break through for uncivilized. So that's what they're going to do. They're going to break through for uncivilized. Okay. And it's 1 point, 1 point. They take the leftmost. So they will break through for diplomacy. This is interesting. As I said, I haven't played against the Arthurians before. So I'm not really sure how this will work. And I don't think I've seen that before with the whole knight thing. I think it's only Arthurians that have all those knights, right? And next up we have King Arthur. So again, he is a knight. And so abandoned region, they don't have any regions yet, so they will break through for uncivilized, which this time will have to be the monument. Okay, and we get the Jade Mask. Oh, I like the Jade Mask. It's kind of funny, actually. Speaking of this one, this is a mask, just like my stone masks, right? So you see the Jade Mask, even in the Classics game, you see it in the market. And then I was like, oh, I recognize that symbol. And it has the same effect as the stone masks. So let's put this up here, if I can move it. There we go. And that was King Arthur. Now, let's see. Here's a region. So Britannia Prima, and it's a region. First most exile a card from the market. Play this. Okay. So yeah, here we go. They also exile from the market. So they will exile Lowlands. Oh, that's cool. Mats is in the chat here. He's linking to where you can download the PDF and print files for the AI. Yeah, if only my printer was working, I would do that. I will fix that. I will go to some place where they can print. Or maybe Mats will be nice and fix it for me. I don't know. He's probably not going to do that, though, because I have his game. So, anyway, that was King Arthur. Yeah, that was the region. And now, fourth card, it is another region. So they're going to exile a card and just play this. And they will exile the elders. And I should probably focus on what I'm doing here, because otherwise I will mess up. That was the bot. They will also put a progress over there. We'll get them some new cards. And this one was flying away. Like that. Alright. Back to me. And it's Solstice phase. So I do have my city. So I can discard a card to gain material, population, or draw a card. And would I... I kind of want to keep this early. I want to keep acquiring. But I could also use... just use one of these to acquire... Yeah, I think I'll go for the more. So I think I'm fine discarding a Stone Mask right now. And what would I take, though? Could just draw a card and get in... Yeah, I'll draw a card with that, which means I will start digging in here to my nation deck, which gets me the calendar, which also is exhaust, discard 2 masks and spend an action. But this is my prosperity card, basically. Because if I do that, I gain 1 material per bag or 1 population per region I have in place, just like the prosperity card. But it's something I don't have from the start of the game, and I also have to play it out. I have to exhaust it. It's very different from most civs. Well, I like it. Okay, so there we go. Get 1 more card, and I got the Stone Mask back. So basically discarded the Stone Mask to draw Stone Mask. That's what I did in the Solstice phase with my city. Now it's my turn to start doing actions. And I will start by playing the Lodestone Compass, and I like to have these next to each other, so I keep track that way. I will stack my regions as well to keep save space. So that was my first action. Now I can discard 2 to get a region, which is cheaper than discard 3. So let's do that. Let's exhaust this and discard 2 masks, 2, and an action. Oh, that's true. This one doesn't take an action. So it's, yeah, let's exhaust this instead. And spend 3, discard 3 Stone Masks, no action, to acquire a region, which will be the more. That also gives me a progress. And instead we get the lakes. Because then I have 2 more actions. I can spend these 2 to play these 2 regions. I like that. And let's stack them like this. And so first of all, this says return a card of your choice from your discard pile to the top of your draw deck. Not that many options. But I don't think I want to do that. It's just going to slow down. I should have done this in a better way, but okay. And then I have to exile a card from the market. I will exile the urban development, I think. Now, I don't know how the Arthurians work. I don't know what they will be. It's going to be from this deck. I don't know what they really want to go for. When you play against the same multiple times, you learn, I guess. I've been varying it, so I've been playing against different because I want to see them all. I think it's fun. I should try the campaign at some point. I haven't done the campaign thing. But I played the Olmecs, I think, 4 times. Anyway, I think this is my 5th time. So, it's the one I play the most. The Laguna de los Cerros, I gain 1 population. I could garrison, of course, but I don't have any cards. And I'm not that fond of garrisoning with this faction anyway. Let's put this somewhere. I mean, getting the Jade Mask is just another mask for me. In a sense. So I think I'm more interested in maybe lakes. Lakes is based on water, though. Or maybe Highlands. Highlands is tricky. You get 2 population in the solstice phase, but you have to discard a card. So it's a good way to get population all the time, but you also have to keep discarding cards. I don't know if I like that. I'll go for lakes. I don't know if I'm going to pick it up, of course. We will remove these. Get my actions back. I have been thinking about making some kind of alteration to these, so I don't have to like move them all the time. I'm gonna keep thinking about it. I have some ideas for how to make an action tracker instead of dealing with these. Basically, what I'm thinking about is maybe have them like this, or have them like green and red, and then just flip them when I use them. Because this whole like moving them off the card and all that, it's a bit fiddly. But okay, so that was my whole action, and let's draw back up to 5 cards, which is all my cards. And I got the calendar now, which I will play as well. Since Olmecs has so many cards that are, I think it's called persistent, or whatever, like they're stuck on the table, ongoing. That means that the deck thins out so quickly, right? Because I put so many cards out here, which means I go through my deck really quick. I really like that. Okay, so that was my turn. Let's see what the bot is doing. It's a 4, and first up is Guinevere. And she is probably an other. Yeah, I don't see anything else about her here. So they will acquire anything and put this card into history. Alright, so when they acquire anything, that's 5 points. Yeah, that's the most for sure. That's 6 points because there was that on as well. So they will acquire that. And we get a new region. Then let's keep going. It is a monument. What is this? Haven't learned these yet. They don't have any barbaric. They have, oh, it's a green. Breakthrough for uncivilized. Put this card into history. Oh, you gain. Oh, I get a development, like progress token from them. Okay. So they break through for uncivilized. This goes into history. There's only 1 out here, so they will get this one, which is 1 point to them. That wasn't too much. Oh, this sleeve is actually broken. I need to fix that later on. I've been playing so much, I need to re-sleeve it for Matt before he gets it back. All right, let's keep going with another green. Yeah, there's nothing else on that. So breakthrough for uncivilized. Put this card into history. I gain a progress. Obviously, them breaking through this much is so strong. Well, they get 5 points here. It's so strong that I get compensated with a progress token every time they do it. And then this is a knight. And okay, so now they can abandon a region to acquire a region. Okay, here we go. I wonder how they're going to do the quest, though. I'm not sure. I don't know if I can see that in a good way. I don't know, like they have to have a way to interact with their impending quest deck, right? Oh, there we go. It's when they get the Turk Truth. They will exile the next impending quest unless it's the Grail. I guess the Grail will end the game, right? That's when you play them. So anyway, Knight. They will abandon a region here to acquire a region, which is, this is 2 points. Oh, 1 point for the 2 of them. So there we go. And I think I put it right. Okay, and then they will put a progress on the city. Oh, another city. I think I should get that. I love having lots and lots of cards out with this faction. So I kind of like that idea. I don't know if it's the best strategy or anything like that. I'm not a professional at this game in any way. But I enjoy it. So, Solstice Phase. I do have my city. Do I want to discard a card? Yes, I do. I'll discard the Unrest to draw, I think. Yeah, because then I will go through here again. Now we get the hieroglyphics in. Another one. This is really cool. I think this is unique. I don't think any other faction has this, as far as I've seen at least. This is exhaust this to choose. Return an exhaust token to your state card, which means I can do an exhaust ability twice every round, which is really cool. Or spend an action to return a card from your discard pile to your hand, which is also really strong. But this is so cool. I had this one together with, I don't remember what it was. I had this one together with a exhaust ability, like a card from the market that I bought that had an exhaust ability that just made it like so strong. It was just silly. I could just do it twice every round. I think it was the one that you get extra action or what it was. Okay, so I get one more card, which was the Unrest. Okay, so discard an Unrest to get an Unrest, but I got through my deck at least. And I have 3 actions. Where do I start? And I also have all these exhaust abilities, so which is nice. I almost tempted now to do a Stone Mask, to draw 3 cards and return a card to the top of my deck to see if I find something other interesting. I think I will. So my first action will be to play a Stone Mask now. I haven't done that before in this playthrough, but there we go. And that lets me draw up to 3 cards. Well, I will draw 3 if able. So I got 2 more masks and the hieroglyphics. And I need to put 1 card back on top of my deck. And I'm just going to put my Unrest there. It's okay. So now let's see. Now I could... So basically, since if I play this one, I can return. So if I play these 2, then I can just do exhaust abilities. I think so. I'll play the hieroglyphics and I'll play the calendar. So that's 2 actions, right? And oh, that's a problem, of course. Because now I still need an action to use any of these. So maybe that wasn't smart. Because now I will have to... I could do acquiring here, but then I don't have an action. Then I'm not really using... So, okay. So I think maybe it's time to start a little bit here. What I'll do is I'll do the Olmecs. I'll discard 3 to acquire anything. And I think I will acquire the mountain. This gets me 2 materials when played. So that's not bad. And I like, when I do acquire, I like to do regions, I guess, because then I don't have to take a rest. Then I will exhaust this, which means lets me put unexhaust Olmecs. And then I can exhaust Olmecs again. And I can take a Stone Mask from my discard pile and put it into my history. So it becomes worth 1 point. And I also start to thin out those. Because I want to have a bunch of these in my deck, but not too many. Then the question is, I have 2 cards. I have so few cards. I think I'll just hold on to these. And I'll put a progress, so many regions out. This gets you progress. I think I'll go with that. Because like to the bot, it doesn't matter which region they take, but to me it matters because they have different effects, right? So I think I am happy with that. Yeah. Okay, then get my actions back, get these back, and now I will go through my deck because I need to draw 3 cards. I only have 2. And oh, I got Cacao. This is one I was waiting for. You'll see how that works in a little moment here, but it's gonna be really sweet. I love that card. And I played against the Olmecs, which is also interesting because then when they do the Cacao, you get to return a Unrest to back to the deck, which is what Cacao does for you. Okay, bot time. 3. So knight. So knight is abandon a region. They can do that to acquire a region. And there we go. I keep giving them points. I should have thought about that because I knew that they could abandon one. Yeah, I'm not used to the Arthurians. I should have thought about that. I shouldn't have put it on a region because the risk was there that they would acquire a region. And another region. So they're just going to play this. They're going to exile. So they exile the watermill that just came out. And we get Oracle instead. And there we go. And then it is the fourth one, which is a green, the Jade Mask. So they will break through for Uncivilized, put this card into history. I will get a progress. There wasn't anything else, right? No, it's just a green. So they will break through for Uncivilized. This is 5 points to them, so that was quick and easy. They will take that one. They're getting a lot of Uncivilized cards, which worries me because of points. They get a lot of points that way. So, and then they had an arrest, and we put a progress on civil service. And that was their turn. They don't go through the deck that much though, because they acquire and break through and so on so much so far that they still have cards in their deck. They haven't gone through it yet. Okay, Solstice. I can discard a card to draw a card. I will, or get materials and so on. So far I don't have that much use for, when I start developing, I will have use of course for the materials and so on, but we're still a bit away from that. So I think I'll just draw a card instead. Go through here. Okay. So now I have 4 stone masks. This is so different from most civilizations. Mountain would be nice. And speak of materials and all that, I think it's time to do calendar. I think I will start building up on some stuff. But I also want to acquire, I think I'm going to acquire civil service now, because I'm getting close to the Empire anyway. So my first action, I will play the mountain. I will get 2 materials. I have to exile a card from the market, which I think will be regions then, because yeah, by now I realized how important regions are to the Arthurians. So if I can get through that deck, get them out of here, that would be good. And I don't want to garrison a card, so I'm fine there. So let's see, should I get one more? No, I don't have, okay. So then I will exhaust calendar, discard 2 masks, spend an action, gain, and then it's just like prosperity. So gain 1 material per little bag here, bag symbol, or 1 population per region I have in play. I'm going to go with the bags now. I have 4. I'll just take 4. I'll take a 5 and put in 1 for materials. Because I think I can use a lot of materials later on. I have a feeling about it. Well, I'm going to need a bunch for this. Then I will exhaust this one, Boardgames. Spend an action, discard 2 masks to acquire Uncivilized, or Civilized. I'm going to get this one, which is going to be sweet with extra hand size. And Solstice, gain 2 material, just ongoing. It's so good. So I have these 2. I'm not that worried about Unrest though, because now I have my Cacao card, which is going to help me get rid of Unrest later on. Alright, so that was my actions. I think I will, what do I have left here? I have 2. Well, I can't play this anyway. So I know I will get Cacao though, which means I'm going to keep my Unrest in hand. It's a bit weird. I'm going to keep it in hand. I will have to put this before I do anything else. Otherwise I keep forgetting it if I don't do it right away. And Metropolis is good as well. Let's put it on Metropolis. I don't know. I guess that Arthurians are not that interested in civilized cards, because they will never become an empire. So maybe it's good for me to just load these up with progress. Now I'm just guessing though, but it would make sense. Let's put these back. I need to draw 4 cards. I only have 2. So once again, and there's another mask. There's masks in this nation deck as well. And let's shuffle this up. Let's see what I will draw here. 2 more. I got 2 more masks. It's basically usually masks that you draw because there's so many of them. I'm feeling good so far about the game though, I must say. Now, again, don't know the Arthurians that well. They might start getting stuff. And that's Quanat. And this is a persistent card, as I call it. So this comes before green. Discard the top card of the bot deck if able. We can do that. Return a unrest from discard pile if able. I think they have one, right? No, they don't. Okay. That's good that they didn't have that. And otherwise gain one. Okay, so they gain one progress instead there. Alright, so that was their first card of that type. Then Oracle is a green breakthrough for a uncivilized. Put this in the history. I get a progress. And what do they have here? Two. Yeah, there's only one out here. So they only go digging in the decks if they can't find one out here, which is over there. And that Code of Laws, that's a good one. Yeah, this is a good one, like exhaust, draw card. So if I have that together with my hieroglyphics, right, I could just exhaust the draw card, then do exhaust this one to remove the marker and exhaust it again to draw a card. So that's kind of what I'm looking for to combo. Then again, you only have 5 exhaust tokens. First time I played, I was like, well, why do you have 5? Like, you're not even using them. But then I played Olmecs and I understood why. Okay, so then let's keep going here. It is another one of those, which again then says discard a card, top card of the bot deck. They can do that, but they still don't have any unrest in there. So instead they get, so this is a way for them to get rid of unrest. Okay, and then finally it is Morgana, which is an attack card. If able, put a knight from discard into history. Ooh, okay, here we go with quests. Okay, so knight from the discard will be Sir K. So it says put a knight from discard into history. There we go. To gain the top impending quest, which is this one. And otherwise, and so on. Okay. So otherwise, they would have put Morgana into history, placed the top card from the Dynasty deck in the discard, taken unrest, and I would have taken unrest. Okay. So yeah, so Excalibur are now in their, was it discard pile? Gain the top impending quest. No, they gain it to the top of the deck then. Okay. And then Morgana is still in here. She goes to the discard pile though. So it works similarly to when a player plays Arthurians, I guess. Which is so cool. I love how they made these bots actually feel like a real player, or sort of, they all make sense. Now we take one from the Dynasty deck and we shuffle up. It feels so different depending on which civilization you're playing against. I think that's the main thing that makes this game so cool and makes it so much replayability. I mean, imagine if you played solo, you played a different civilization every time, but there was a generic bot you played against that was always the same. I mean, the game would have been half as fun, or even that, or even, you know, not even that. That's so cool. So there's like so much replayability. Okay, there we go. Salted Face is discard a card. I want my unrest because now Cacao will, all players may return an unrest from their hand or discard pile, which is good that they don't have a discard pile now. I wonder how that works, by the way, with the bot. I haven't thought about that before. Is that their, no, their hand is this. So I don't think they even do that. But it's really cool because I gain 1 progress for each unrest returned. So I definitely want to keep the unrest there. I'll discard a stone mask to draw a card, just to cycle through my deck. And yeah, it's probably a stone mask. I just realized that. How does that work? I mean, the bot's hand is the cards out here, technically, right? So how would they return one from hand? Then I would have to look through them all. I don't think they do that. Tell me if I'm wrong, but that is my feeling, that when I play Cacao, they return from discard pile, but not otherwise. That's how I played it before, at least, and I think that's how it works. I could be wrong. So I definitely want to play this. It's actually, yeah, and then I'll do this to pick up, but that's not enough actions. I think I want Code of Laws. So yeah, then I can draw a card, so it's fine. So my first action will be to play Cacao. So I will return this unrest, and I will get a progress for doing it. I should start doing 5s now, because I usually don't, and then I end up running out of 1s. Okay, so that was cacao. Now the bot doesn't have a discard pile, so they can't return any unrest. Then I'll exhaust Olmecs to spend these 3 without an action to acquire Code of Laws, which comes with the unrest. But it's fine. Now I have a way to start getting rid of those, and also even earning progress by doing that, which is so good. So now I'll play Code of Laws for my second action. And then I only have this, so I don't technically have much to do on my third. Well, I could return this, I guess. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to exhaust Code of Laws to draw a card, which was a stone mask. Then I'm going to exhaust the hieroglyphics to unexhaust Code of Laws. And then I'm going to exhaust Code of Laws again to draw a card. So this is awesome. I can draw 2 cards every turn. Or I can use hieroglyphics for other things, but I love having those. And I got Civil Service, which I can't play yet. So actually then let's return this, because why not? I can discard 2 cards to return this as my third action. Yeah, that's not bad. I still have another one in here somewhere, and I will get more that I can use with cacao and all that. So now I'll put a progress, and I'm not gonna go into the regions now. Religion is exhaust, gain an action. Yeah, this is the one I comboed like crazy the other day I played with the hieroglyphics. So I can get 2 actions that way. However, in Solstice I have to take an unrest or pay 3 materials, which is pretty fine, because I can take unrest and can get rid of it with cacao. I think I'll put it on religion, so it doesn't. So the problem is, if now the bot's probably gonna get this. They are good at getting uncivilized. Do I care about exports? No. I'll just put it on Metropolis. Just hope that they don't take it. Okay. Get my actions back. And all my exhaust tokens. And now it's time for, once again, I have 2 cards. Get the last one here, which is not a mask. So as you can see, I become an empire very quickly with the Olmecs, which is fun. So actually, maybe, yeah, I should go for Metropolis, of course. Solstice. The Solstice is like gain 1 material, 1 population, or draw a card. It's the same as the city, but I don't have to discard a card. It's also 2 points, and it has 3 progress on it, so I should definitely get that. And that was masked. Oh, there we go. There's cacao. Perfect. Cacao! And let's roll the die. 5. I'm worried for Morgana on those the quest things. They will start coming out more. Planes, they will exile, so they exile, export, and another city. So many cities. Are there 3 cities in the deck? I guess so. And Excalibur. Okay, what happens now? I think this is an other. Yeah, there's nothing special for it. So acquire anything, put this card into history. And this is a problem. I didn't see this coming. I didn't think about this. They're going to acquire anything, which means this is 5 points. So they're going to take the Metropolis. Oh, that's annoying. Let's switch these out for 5. Okay, well, there goes my hopes and plans of getting that. That was acquire, right? Yeah, acquire. Okay, and that card went into history, Excalibur. And Cataphract, which is pretty good against them because that makes them abandon regions. Okay, let's see what they are doing. It's Cafal, which is an other. Yeah. So again, acquire anything, put this card into history. And this time, this is 2. They're going to go for another civilized, actually. This is the most points. All right. And Mercenaries is good. Free play, pay a population to gain an action. I love that one, but that's 5 points. They're probably going to get it. Britannia Flavia, though, they will exile. No, I have a chance to get Mercenaries, and I am becoming an empire soon, so I think I should. I love this one, Fortify Region. It's like you can exhaust this to protect yourself from an attack card. That is very good. I had that against Vikings, and that was amazing. Okay. Solstice phase. I still only have my city. And I don't want to discard the unrest, so I'm going to discard a mask. And I'm going to just draw cards, I think. Yeah, it's fine. I got another mask, but I get through my deck. So let's start doing things. Let's start with Cacao, right? They still don't have, now they don't have a discard pile again, but... So I'll do this first action, and lets me return this. And I get a progress for returning one. And then I have 3, I'm kind of in the same situation. Should I just get mercenaries? Problem is, I can get so many actions here if I get like religion and mercenaries. Well, I can draw cards, of course. Let's do that first. Let's draw a card with my code of laws, see what I get. Another mask. Let's exhaust hieroglyphics and then do code of laws again. And civil service, which I can't play yet. I'm gonna play this as soon as I can. It's increasing hand size. So how do I spend these 2 actions? I could acquire something. I could acquire mercenaries, but it's a free play. It gets me even 1 more action. So then I can do like 2. I don't have to do mercenaries right away, of course, if I don't have a good action to use it on. So what I'll do is my first action, I will do... I only have 2 more exhaust tokens as well. Do I want to do calendar maybe? Just pick up like 4 population maybe. No, I'll do ball games. Discard 2 to acquire civilized. I'll get mercenaries. I don't know. Maybe I will have too many actions. We'll see. Education is good for me as well. To put a card from your hand into history and a card from your discard pile into history. That's really good at the end of the game when I will start. I want to put all the stone masks, or not all of them, but a lot of them, into my history. I will need to keep 2 for ritual sacrifice, but also if I get... Which one is that? The... Oh yeah, it's this one. When I get this one, I can exhaust this. Which one is it? No, it's the step pyramids. When a card effect requires you to discard masks, exhaust this to discard 1 fewer. So these 2 together, then I only need to discard 1 mask in order to get fame cards. So that's the way I've done it before, when I got rid of most of my masks. But now I still have an action, and I don't think I'll do mercenaries then, because I don't need... Or if I do a stone mask... I can do that. I'll spend an action to do stone mask. To draw 2. I have to return 1. I'll return a stone mask. Or maybe this is just stupid. I don't know. I think it was. That didn't make any sense. No, I should have done it the other way. Okay. I should have acquired and then used mercenaries. Okay. Yeah. Well, I'm not playing perfectly in any way. Okay, so now let's exhaust. Lodestone compass. Spend 2 here. And an action, which means I need to play mercenaries. Pay that to get an action. That's an action to acquire region or tributary. And I think, now they haven't really attacked me. So I think I'd rather take Peninsula than Fortified Region, because I don't know if they're going to attack me that much, really. We'll see. So I got this one, and now I can't play it because I was stupid and did the whole thing with the mask. It would have been better if I saved that action for this, but... Oh well. I will become an empire in just a moment, so maybe I should just keep civil service. I'm sure that I can get it out. I think so. I will just discard the unrest. I'll keep the others. I put a progress. We should refill here. I'll put a progress on education. And that should be it. Let's return my actions. And then let's see what happens here when I draw. I will take that one. And maybe if you're watching this and you know, tell me in the comments or in the live chat. When I take the last card, do I put a exhaust here, like where it was, or on here? Or do I not? normally that doesn't matter that much, but for the Olmecs it could matter, because then I wouldn't have another, that would be one exhaust that I don't have access to during the next round. I tried to look in the rulebook and I wasn't really sure what they meant. I came to the conclusion when I looked at the rulebook that I won't do that, because there's no stack of nation cards anymore. There's no nation deck, basically. But maybe I'm wrong on that. It will be interesting to get some sort of clarification on that if you happen to know it. All right, so that was my turn. I did all that. Let's see. Oh, I forgot about. Did I not do this with the bot? Why did I not do this? I don't know. I didn't refill with the bot for some reason. I guess it doesn't matter. It's just weird because I never done that thing before. It's probably because I'm streaming and talking to you that I'm doing weird stuff. So, bot time. Let's see what the bot is doing. It's a 3. And it's King Arthur, and remind myself, Knight. Abandon a region to acquire a region. There we go. Quick and easy. And this is worth a point. There we go. That is the tiebreaker there. First tributary we've seen, Carthaginians. I love how you also get the classic civs as tributaries in this, and they really make sense. Like the Carthaginians give you materials, which they like to do, as if you play them. So it's really cool. And like the Vikings let you steal, and yeah, it's cool how that works. So well made, this game. Unrest there, and unrest, okay. And Metropolis, I don't think this means anything to them. Oh, it does. They gain a progress and put this into history, because, you know, they're barbaric. So there we go. Put another one there, and let's do this time. I had this happen before when I play a game a lot. Everything goes fine, as far as I know. Then all of a sudden I start streaming the game, or recording it, and then I do super weird, I just got a 10 there. Then I do super weird mistakes all of a sudden. Which, yeah, it does happen. So, Solstice. Now I don't have my cacao, so I will discard Unrest to draw a card. Yeah, there we go. So now I definitely want to do this. This has to be the first action, right? So first action is civil service. So now my hand sizing is increased, and I get 2 materials every solstice, which is amazing. I love that effect. Let's see if I can pan. Maybe like that or something. You don't need to see Draco's toes. There we go. Well, you do see Draco's toes. There's no way around it. Okay. Then second action, is it peninsula, or am I getting... I could get education. I like that idea. Yeah, I really like that, because if I exhaust here, I can spend 3 masks to acquire education. This is going to be sweet, as you will see here in a moment. Then I can spend an... No, this is a free play. I can even free play. I don't have... Oh, yeah, okay. What's a free play? I didn't think about that. Let's draw a card first then. Weird Code of Laws. There we go. This is better. So now I can free play education to put a card from my hand into history, which will be this mask. And then I can put a card from my discard pile into my history, which will be this mask. This is a way I get rid of the masks by using education. And because they are now become 1 point each when they are in the history. So that was a free play. And then I'll exhaust this to return this, and I will exhaust that to draw a card. And that's... Oh, now I have too many actions with the mercenaries. Because I don't have... Like, this is... Yeah, okay. I'll play the peninsula for an action. That lets me draw 2 cards. Okay, that's fine then. Then I will exhaust Lodestone Compass, discard 2 stone masks, and an action to pick up Grassland. Alright. And there we get Espionage. And now I will play mercenaries, pay a population. I only have one population left to gain an action. And I will use that action to play grasslands. Oh, I should have exiled a card from the market with Peninsula. I should have actually done that first, but let's do Onager then. Oh, Moneylenders is great. Free play to get an action as well. There's so many actions we had here. Then now I'm playing grasslands, right? For my 4th action, and that lets me. Then I have to exile again. I'll exile Highlands, and we have Island. Okay. Yeah, that's pretty good. I end with this. I will put a progress on Moneylenders. I will discard my Unrest. I will get all my things back. And that's a problem. I need more population now. Because now I have 3 cards, and now I'm going to draw up to 6 because of Civil Service. So now I go in here, and I want step pyramids first of all. And this was a bit of bad planning on my part here. But so step pyramids, it cost me 4 material, no problem. But it cost me 2 population, I only have 1. So now I have to pay a progress for that. Yeah, I could have done probably calendar. Yeah, I don't know. Well, I have step pyramids. Now this goes on this deck, and now I usually move this deck down like that, and then I'll do Ritual Sacrifice next. And then because if I step pyramids in play when I do Ritual Sacrifice, then I can get Fame cards. Also, I do need to give up 2 population in the Ritual Sacrifice, which also makes thematic sense, to get that Fame card. So now I need to start getting population. But I think I will just do calendar for that, basically. That is okay. 3 cards. Okay, there we go. And yeah, let's see what the bot is up to. 5. So we start off with Cataphract. This is an attack card more before it's civilized. So, oh yeah, this is bad. This is bad. So put a knight from, oh, they don't have an, oh, they have King Arthur. Put a knight from discard pile into history. So King Arthur goes into history in order to take the top impending quest, which is another knight. So Lancelot. Okay, so that we gain that. Okay, so that was the thing. So attack card for them is how they get quests. I should remember that. So I should have tried to stop them from getting the Cataphract, but Fortified region is just gonna go in here. They're gonna exile the Carthaginians, and the Etruscans come up. They're probably, I don't know if I shuffled well enough. They're probably in the line here. Oops, then we have a knight. So knight is abandon a region and acquire a region, right? Yeah. So abandon and acquire the island. And we are running out of regions. Yeah, here comes the Persians. Now they're all in a stack here for some reason. So Peter is asking, as an empire, am I able to use... Yeah, I'm stupid. I should have done this. I am an empire. I became an empire when I took my last there. I forgot to flip the card. So that's why I could use like education. Yeah, there we go. Sorry. Yeah, because when I took whatever it was, Teotihuacan, or sort of, or Technotalican, or whatever it's called, then I became an empire when I take the last card from my nation deck. So thanks, Peter. That's I forgot about that. Where am I? I'm here. Bot turn. It's Pendragon, which is other. So acquire anything, put this into history. And 5, this is 6 points to them, so they will get money lenders, which I guess is fine, because I don't know if I need one more way to get actions, but I do like, I played before when I had like money lenders and whatever the other one is called, so I had like so many actions, and I got to use them all in a good ways and so on. The Celts, yeah, I need to shuffle better. I was stressed when I was setting up the stream. Okay, so there we go, and... And hi to Peter van der Ham. Oh, great to hear that you love to watch this. Yeah, this game is so good. It's amazing. It's like totally came, you know, I had it on my shelf for like 2 months in shrink. I did, back in the summer, I'm going to have a drink actually. I'm going to take a quick break here. Back in the summer, maybe July or August, the main sponsor for the channel, Game Maniacs, gamemaniacs.se, where you should buy your games if you live in the Nordic countries. Anyway, they sent me these 2 boxes. At that point, I hadn't really heard much about the game. And then when I came back from my vacation, I think that was late August, I did like a live stream where I unboxed like 10 games that I got recently, and I was like, I'm gonna film this soon. These was Imperium was one of those. And I was like, yeah, it looks nice, it has some cards, and it's a deck builder, I love deck builders. And then it was just staying on my shelf for like September, October. And then my friend Mats had heard about it, and Mats is doing some videos for the channel as well. So he asked me like, can I try it out? And I was like, yeah, sure, it would be great if you make a solo playthrough of it, because I don't have time really. So he got it. He made a solo playthrough. I edited that, I put it on the channel, I watched it, and I was like, yeah, this looks fun. And then in December, we did our top 100 games of all time, me, Mats, and our friend Andreas. And then Mats had it in his top 10, and I was like, wow, is it that good? You know? So then I got to borrow it from him around Christmas. And I opened it up, started playing. And he had already sleeved it and everything, and organized it. And, you know, and since then I played it like 16 times. It's so good. This is going to go straight up into my top lists. Oh, you just discovered solo gaming. Yeah. Enjoying Under Falling Skies, Coffee Roaster, Warp's Edge, and Friday. I played Friday. That's amazing. I played Friday hundreds of times, mostly on my app as well. Which just, yeah, I kind of broke the game for myself. I played it so much and beaten it in all ways it's possible. Under Falling Skies, I didn't really like that much. I thought it was okay. I don't like this dice placement thing. It's not my thing. Coffee Roaster looks amazing, and Warp's Edge. I hope I can play those someday. But I will think I lost track of everything. It was the bot, right? And now it's Solstice. That's where we are. So Solstice. I have Cacao. So let's... And I want to get this Tenochtitlan. That is hard to say. I can say Teotihuacan because I practice so much on that game. But this is Tenochtitlan. Tenochtitlan. I don't know how the little apostrophe over the A. How do you say that? But this is exhaust. Return a card from top of your deck to choose. Return a mask from a discard pile, or you can gain... Oh, I can get materials and population this way. That is not bad. Okay, so let's just discard a mask, and now I will take population this time instead of drawing a card, because I really need more population before I develop again, so I don't have to pay in progress, because that's bad. That's points. So, well, if you like the dice placement, I can see you like Under Falling Skies. I like Under Falling Skies for the theme and how it felt. The whole, like, old classic computer game thing where they come closer and closer. That was really cool. It's just that it's maybe too much of a puzzle for me, like a logic or like numbers puzzle. I don't know. Okay, so I am happy with that. Now let's do... As my first action, I'll just do Cacao, because why not? Action number 1. And I will return this. I will get a progress, and that's actually good because we're running low there. In all my solo plays, by the way, I never had a collapse. There's 4 cards there. Have you guys had that when you played solo in this game? That the unrest cards run out and you get a collapse and you lose that way? I haven't seen that happen. When I played against the Celts, it was really close. There was like 1 card left and I had to actively put them back. But I haven't been in that situation yet. But I guess you can lose that way, which I think is cool, that there's like that threat looming over you. Oh yeah, check out the top 100. There's a lot of cool games in there. I also made like 2 videos of top 10 solo games, 2 separate top 10 solo games with like 2 years in between. So you can check that out if you want game tips on solo games. Yeah, there's so many good games. Have I tried... No. Ask questions. It's fine. That's why I do live streams. Otherwise, I'll just do pre-recorded if it was... Yeah, so it's fine. I haven't played Bullet. I don't know what Bullet is. I don't think I heard about that game at all. Is it a good solo game, I assume? So yeah, I did my first action. I did Cacao. I want to get this into play. So I think I'll just play this for my second action. Then I can... Okay, I know what I need to do now. I know what I need to do. I need to get population. I need to get stuff, resources. So I am going to exhaust. Well, I'm going to do Code of Laws first to draw a card. It's always good. Then I'm going to exhaust Tenochtitlan, or however you pronounce it, to return a card to the top of my deck to get 1 population and 1 material. That's a good way to start getting stuff. Then I will do hieroglyphs to get this. No, I can't do it that way. I'll get Code of Laws back. I'll do Code of Laws again to draw a card. It's so fun how I can... this is what I love about the Olmecs. And I love that in other games as well. Like Imperial Settlers, Empires of the North, for example. When you have all of these effects on cards and you activate them. Or in one of my favorite games, obviously, Terraforming Mars. When I have a lot of blue cards. And it's like, oh, this blue card lets me do this. And this actually lets me do this. I love this whole puzzle thing when I have the cards in front of me. And I just activate stuff and exhaust and unexhaust. And Keyforge, same thing. Love that part on games. And that's why I love Olmecs so much. But okay, so now I can do my calendar. This is what I've been planning for. Discard 2 cards, spend my last action in order to get materials or population. But I have 1, 2, 3, I have 6 regions. I'm just going to take 6 pop. So I have population now for a while. That feels good because I feel like I will need them for like both for development, but I will also need them to, sounds kind of terrible, but to do ritual sacrifices on them. So I get fame. That's how it works in this old civilization, right? It's not up to me. Let's get these back. And I read a bit. I think it's so cool how they are so historically correct. So I read on the Osprey Games webpage. Nigel Buckle, the designer, has made, and David Turchi, they made some like focus points articles or like blogs about these different civilizations. So I've been reading that a lot, and I read about the Olmecs, that they were like one of the first, like the first civilization in Central America. And so some of these names they used are even like incorrect because they used the Spanish names for like La Venta and Laguna de los Cerros, because there's no written record of what they actually call them back then with the actual Olmecs. But they did human sacrifices, of course, which is, ritual sacrifices in there. They made these pyramids, and I think these like the Aztecs and all these Central American cultures are really interesting and fascinating to a modern human. Okay, so that was my turn. I should also put one of these out there. What am I going for then? Etruscans I can't even play because it's barbaric. Persians maybe. Pay 2 population to break through for tributary. It's not bad. And then you get 1 BP per tributary. Problem is it's a 5 for them. So they will probably pick this up. So let's go here instead, because they will probably pick this up anyway. I don't want to give them progress if I can avoid it. I should draw 6 cards, because I do have my increased hand size. I only have 5, which is fun, because now I can get ritual sacrifices. So 4 materials. Oh, I did forget something. I forgot something. In my solstice phase, last round, I should have gotten 2 materials from civil service. Let's just fix that now. I forgot that I had that solstice effect. I was so used to having the city, but I also had this one. Okay, so then I have to pay 2 population, and I get this card in my discard pile. I'll put an X there. Peter is saying, I never had a solo collapse, but the bot returning on rest means they avoid minus... Yeah, exactly. When they return on rest, it's good, because it avoids the collapse, but it also means they get 2 minus points removed. So that's good for them. But it's good because they don't do anything as well. Like, I am always happy when I see unrest here, because that means they're not doing anything actively. So I think I still prefer that. So let's see what I have. I have mercenaries, so I can get an extra action. I have the education to use to historize some of these stone masks. And step pyramids needs to get into play before I can do my ritual sacrifices anyway, because they were doing those on the step pyramids. Again, very thematic how they made this game. It's just amazing how they got so much theme into just a few decks of cards. I think that is what impresses me most. When you as a designer can mix theme and mechanisms of a game, so it makes sense. It's so cool. Let's see here. 5. So, City, which is a ongoing, discard the top card of the bot deck. We can do that. Return unrest from the discard pile. They don't have any unrest, and then instead they gain 1 progress. Okay. Then unrest. And moneylenders, which is civilized, then gain 1 progress, and this goes into history. I love how easy it is to run this bot as well, even though it's so complicated. Like, it's an advanced bot. It can do different things and different civilizations and all that, and it's still very easy to run, which also amazes me. And Vikings, I just keep, yeah, I should shuffle better. Now we get all the tributaries at once, but it is what it is. There we go. Then I haven't done any breakthroughs, but you don't really do that many breakthroughs playing the Olmecs, because all of these effects are just acquired. When I do breakthroughs, normally that would mean shuffling the deck more and all that. Okay, let's see here. Solstice phase. Let's start with just getting 2 materials from the civil service, so I don't forget that. That is an amazing effect. Just passive income like that, and extra hand size is such a good card. For City, I can discard, is that my, yeah, it's only Solstice effects. I can discard a card. I don't have Cacao, so I will discard Unrest. That's how I usually do it. And do I draw a card? I think so. Oh wow, I got Ritual Sacrifices like right away. Okay, so you know what, then it's time to do this. So this is 2. Yeah, I can do all of these things because I can get an extra action from Mercenaries. So first action will be to play the step pyramids out here. And then this also has a Solstice effect. I can draw a mask from my discard pile. Actually, I like having Solstice effects sort of together. So let's have it like that. And have that one over there. Alright, so now I can do Ritual Sacrifices. It says you cannot play it unless step pyramids are in play, which they are. So second action will be to play this. So this says discard 2 masks, but then I will exhaust step pyramids, because it says when a card it requires you to discard a mask, exhaust this card to discard 1 fewer. So I only need to discard 1. And then I will have to pay 2 population. I am sorry to my population, but that's how it goes. And we'll do a Ritual Sacrifice. And then this is cool. Instead of Glory, like most civilizations have, we have the Ritual Sacrifice. But this means we can look at the top 3 cards of the Fame deck and take 1 instead of the 2 as Glory works. So that is really cool. Let's look at the top 3 here. And find Imperial. So this is Breakthrough for anything, or even exile cards, or put this card into your history. It's 8 points if it's in history. This is also good. This is also a good reason to get the education, because then you can use that in like the last round to put stuff into history that you want to have it there. Independent is awesome as well. Free play to get 3 material and 2 population. It's only 3 points though. And Outstanding is free play to put 2 cards from your discard pile into your history. 7 points. I used this together with the stone masks, but then I didn't have education. This is a hard choice. I don't think the game is about to be over. The Arthurians haven't done that much. They still have a lot of dynasty cards. They are very slow for some reason. And we have a lot of cards left in the main deck. And yeah, I don't think the game is about to be over. I think I should go for... I'm going to go for Independent. And I think I can do this again for the high point cards later on. So I'll take Independent. It's a free play. I'll just do it. 3 materials and 2 populations. That's nice, because that means I don't have to do calendar as much to like activate my regions and get resources that way, which means I save actions on that. So it's really good. So I have... Why is this over here? I have one more... Oh, I moved these for some reason. That's weird. Okay, I have 1 more action, and I can get 1 more here. So I'll pre-play Mercenaries, pay a population to get an action. So I have 2 actions. And I still haven't drawn any cards, so let's do that. Let's draw with Code of Laws. Another mask. So then I could do Lodestone to acquire one of these tributaries. I think that's a good idea. So if I do that, that's one action, and then I have it. Yeah, that's fine. But before I do that, I will do hieroglyphs to remove this, and then do Code of Laws again to draw another card, and I hope to get a mask, which I did. Now I'll exhaust Lodestone, get rid of 2 masks, and together with the step pyramids, if I could have used this together with Lodestone to just discard 1 mask. So this is so good, like, or I can discard 2 on Olmecs to acquire anything instead of 3 if I also exhaust step pyramid. So now I'm running out of exhaust tokens, as you can see. But that is so that I can acquire a tributary, which will be the Celts. Okay. And we get astronomy. And so now that was an action as well, obviously. Now my last action will be to play the Celts to break through for uncivilized. I don't want religion though. I don't think I need another exhaust ability really. So I'm just gonna go digging in the deck. So I'm gonna break through for uncivilized. Each other player takes an unrest because this is an attack card as well with the Celts. So they get that. That's great. And let's see. Let's find a uncivilized in here. It's the first one we have. Oh, invasion. Then I don't need to look at the other ones. I don't need to shuffle. So invasion is also an attack card. Pay 3 material. Each other player takes an unrest. And then I can break through for tributary or break through for a region. And each other player recalls the region, which is really good to make them recall. I like that. But I'm out of actions. But I am going to do education to put a card from my hand into history, which will be the stone mask. And I can also put a card from my discard pile into my history, which will be this stone mask. So yeah, education is so good together with the Olmecs here. And I think that was it. That was education. I think I will discard these. Or do I keep invasion? I think I'll keep invasion in hand. Then I need to draw up to 6. So I only have 2. And we should, yeah, before that happens, I should of course remove all of these. I should put a progress out. Let's do it in order. Astronomy. So now I get to develop again. And Olmec traders gains you 3 material. Give each other player a card from your hand or discard pile. Any player you give a mask also takes unrest. Problem is when you give it to the bot is that the bot scores them as they are in history, even if they are not. So that's a point you're giving to the bot. We also give them an unrest, but I think that is better if you're playing against human players, which I still haven't tried. Drainage system is pretty good. Solstice effect, just gain a population. Stoneheads is cool. It has like you can garrison here in the solstice, and then when a card says you have to discard a mask, you can instead abandon a card discarded or garrisoned here. So that's a cool effect. But I think I want Tres Zapotes. I don't know. Oh, it's Spanish probably. Tres Zapotes. I don't know. It cost me 4 materials and 2 pop. Goes in here. Put an X on. I'm not sure what Zapotes means. My Spanish is not that good. It's okay at best. Okay, that is 3, so I need 3 more. And that's okay. So we have education again. The Celts. I like the Celt. Yeah, I have a lot of attacking in here. Let's see what the bot is up to. Oh, it's a 6. That's bad. Right, so Knight, abandon a region to... Oh, they can't. There's no region to acquire. What do they do then? Otherwise, breakthrough for uncivilized. Okay. So they will get religion. And it's a breakthrough. And that's another tributary, of course. And then it's Morgana. Okay, how was this again? It's an attack. So, put a knight from discard into history. We have Sir Lancelot. Well, they have a limited amount of knights, so they can't keep doing this forever. Then get the top impending quest, which is... Oh, now they got Turk Truth, which is a problem because he's gonna speed up to get to the Grail. Okay, they gained him, though. So he's gonna be out in the next. Okay. And that was it, right? Yeah. Wow, so he's gonna come out in the next one here. So now I know it, which... They only have 2 more quests. We're gonna get to the Grail soon and all that. I wish I could stop them from that, because that's... I think it's like 8 points or whatever it is. And that's a region exiling the Vikings. And that's corruption. And then it's one of these, which is discard the top card of the bot deck. Oh, so we discard the Turk Truth. That's good. So now he's not in there as quickly. That's actually good. And return a unrest from discard pile. I don't think they have any unrest in here now. The only way they can get them in here is if they, you know, flip a card and it's unrest. Otherwise it goes out here and it goes away. So where are we? We then otherwise gain 1, so they gain 1 progress. All right, so that was that one, and then they have a 5th one, which is another one of those. And now we already know they don't have that, so we just discard the top card and we give them, and that's another one of those. Okay, we just give them 1 there. So yeah, no progress since it was a 6. We take from the Dynasty deck, and they get Vivian of the Lake. And now they might get Turk Truth in here anyway then, because I shuffle. I need to play the Arthurians someday soon. Still haven't done that. Main reason I haven't done it is because I have seen, I think, at least 2 playthroughs where people do it. So then I'm like, seeing the cool stuff already with it, which maybe is a bit boring, but... I've seen everything on YouTube for this game. I just got addicted. Okay, so Solstice Phase. Civil Service is getting us 3 materials. No, 2. There we go. 2 materials. Then Step Pyramid says I can draw a mass card from my discard pile. And this is so cool, because then I can use City to discard this to draw a card, and then I can use Step Pyramids to return this in Solstice, so just gets me more cards. And that was my Solstice effects. So what do we have? Education, Celts is good, Cacao is good together with the Unrest, Invasion is also nice. And now I have no way to get extra actions. Let's start off with Code of Laws to draw a card. Okay, now we found this one. This is cool though. When I play it, it says you may return 2 masks from your discard pile to your hand. So before I play this, I should make sure to use 2. I think I need more population. So I'll exhaust the calendar, discard 2 masks, spend an action, yeah, that's fine, right? To activate these, so I have 6, so I get 6 population for my 6 regions to activate the calendar. Then I'll play, well, maybe I should have played this first, then I don't know. But now I'll play this one for my second action. And I can return up to 2 masks from my discard pile, so I have them in hand again. And wow, I have so many cards and so few actions. Let's exhaust hieroglyphics to do Code of Laws again. Draw another card. Oh, there we go. That was what I was hoping for. Mercenaries, free play, pay your population, get an action back. Okay, that's what I was hoping for. So then I'll do an action for Cacao to return this Unrest and get a progress. And I have one more action I am going to free play education. And I am just going to put one mask from my hand into history. Now I don't think I want to get rid of any more masks for a little while, because I do need them for things. So one more action. Is it Celts or Invasion? If I do Celts, I can break through for Uncivilized. I get this Espionage. Wouldn't be bad. That's 3 points basically. So I'll do that. We'll do Celts. I will break through for this. Each other player gets Unrest as well. And that's Macedonians. That's amazing as well. Acquire region twice, including from exiled. That's a good one. I really want that actually. But I can't do anything else right now. Let's see, I have one more exhaust token. I could exhaust this, return a card to the top of my deck. Yeah, I'll do that. I'll exhaust that. I'll return Invasion to the top of my deck in order to get one population, one material. Yeah, that's good. Okay, so now it's time for... I don't think I will develop now, though. I haven't counted the cards. I will discard these. I just put one card back. Maybe that was stupid. I should do this before I forget it. Let's do it on corruption. And I think it's 1, 2, 3, 4. No, it's 5. Okay, so it's fine. So I do get to develop. And all of these are also 3 points. There's like points wise, it doesn't matter in which order you do them, but it matters for other things. I'll do traders. And they all cost 4 and 2. So 4 materials, 2 population. That goes in there. Put an X on here. I have 2 more there. The game is longer with Olmecs, of course, than with some other civs. There's a lot to do and to keep track of and so on. And it's a 4 complexity, like the rulebook. They call this a 4 complexity out of 5, which I can understand. But I don't, yeah, I really like it. It fits my brain. Ritual sacrifice. Okay, here we go. So we're going to do those for sure. That is going to be sweet. Another fame card coming up. But first, bot turn. It's a 5. We start off with Unrest, okay. Merlin, he's a knight. Abandon a region to acquire a region. There's no regions. So instead, they break through for Uncivilized. Which none of them is out here. So let's see if there is one. In there it is, art. Okay, now we need to shuffle this. So they get that. I don't think we have that many left. Again, because of my weird shuffling beforehand here. It seems like they all came in a row. And another night we do the same thing. So they will just break through. We look again. There's a road building. Okay. They're getting all of them. And they're getting so many cards. That's why they move so slowly through there. But it actually fits the Arthurians, because the Arthurians don't want to go quickly through the thing. Which is so weird also. I think all other civilizations want to get through their deck to get the developments and everything. But Arthurians, they basically run out of time with the stories. And then, the story of Arthurians. And then the last card in here is negative for them. So another region which will be in here, and they will exile. There we go. And they'll exile the Persians. This is running out though. This might end the game. The main deck. I'm just hoping that I can get at least like 2 more times of ritual sacrifice so I can get fame cards. We will see. Okay, Solstice Phase. I get 2 materials from Civil Service. I can do my little thing again where I discard a mask to draw a card, but then I can pick up a mask because of step pyramids. So that was free basically. I'm going to start by independent. Free play, 3 material, and 2 Population, such a good card. Then we'll do Ritual Sacrifices. I only have one mask, but it's fine, because I will exhaust Step Pyramids to spend 1 fewer, so I only need to spend 1 mask and 2 population to do Ritual Sacrifices to look at the top 3 cards of the Fame deck. Arthurians haven't even touched the Fame deck. I don't know how they get Fame cards. I have no idea. It's not in the normal way. Eminent, free play, draw 2 cards. This is 8 points. This is really good. Yeah, there's no question about that. I absolutely want that. So I'll play that. Free play, draw 2 cards. Lets me get through my deck. And that's Mercenaries, which I think I will just do. So Mercenaries for free, pay a pop to get another. Let's see, did I have extra? There we go. I get the 4th action. Still haven't used any actions. No, that's not true. I did Ritual Sacrifices, so I did use an action. I forgot to move it because I was so excited. Okay, that's the only action I've done. Then let's do Celts. That's an action. To break through. Oh, okay. Each other player gets a Unrest. And I'm breaking through for Uncivilized, which I don't think there's any left. Which is fine, because then I get to... Oh, there was. Leadership was in here. Okay. That's actually perfect card for me right now. Leadership is a free play. Draw a card or put a card from your hand or discard pile into your history. So I am just gonna put... Wait, how many masks do I still have? Oh, I still have 1 there. Okay, it's fine though. I'm just gonna put a mask from my history. From my discard into my history. Because of leadership that I just got. Nice. Then I'll spend an action to do Invasion. So I will pay 3 materials. Each other player takes a Unrest. Okay, now we're getting low on these. But I don't think we're going to get a collapse. But then I can break through for Tributary or break through for a region. And each other player recalls a region. But I'm going to break through for Macedonians. A Tributary. Because it's so good, I can acquire a region twice with this, put this in my history. This is 1 VP per 4 regions, and I will build up more on these. So I got that one in the breakthrough, and that's Scythians. And then I will spend my last action doing Macedonians that I just got. So this goes into my history. I can acquire region twice, and I can do it from the exile pile. So I can go in here. So it's Highlands, Archipelago, and Lowlands. What is best here? I will just go for these 2, Highlands and Archipelago. Just acquire those. And I can't play them because I'm out of actions. But let's just do some stuff here since I can. Let's exhaust this to return a card to the top of my deck. I'll just return Highlands. Actually, before I do that, I'll do Code of Laws to draw a card. I get Cacao. Okay. So then I'll do that to return Cacao to get 1 material and 1 population. And yeah, then I know that I'm going to get Cacao. I kind of want these regions. How many cards do I have in here? It's 3. Okay, that's fine. So then I will keep my 2 regions so I can play them next time, because I do want to get them out there. Discard the rest. I will have to put a progress on something. I'll go for Amphitheater. Now I'll draw, and that's 5. So now I need to draw again, which I can't, so I will develop. And I'll pay 4 materials, 2 population to get this there and that, and yeah. I think we're doing pretty good. I feel like the Arthurians are really slow. Like, I don't know. Of course they get points and so on from their quests, so 1 more card. Oh, it's independent. More free stuff. Yeah, nice. Okay, so that's 6 cards. Let's take a look at what the bot is doing. So it's going for region. Britannia Secunda, they will exile Phoenicians. Yeah, main deck is gonna run out. That's how the game will end, I think. That was good, actually. And road building, it's one of those. So it says discard a top card from the bot deck. And that's an unrest. Okay. Then return from discard pile if possible. Now they have that in there. So returns that. So it's actually good because, in a sense, because then, yeah, well, collapse and all that. I don't think we're going to get there anyway. And again, discard a top card of the bot deck, which is another unrest, and they will return that. Did they have two after each other? How does that? Oh, I gave it to them with my attacking cards. Yeah, that's why. And there was Arch, and then finally it's Turk Truth. First time. Exile the next impending. Oh, it's not a. Oh, is that a quest? Yeah, it is right. That symbol. Yeah. So we exile this. Okay, so that's out. Unless it's the Grail. Well, the Grail is there. If able, put a knight from discard into history. Yeah, so Percival is there. Okay, this is cool. So that goes into history. And what else is he doing? If able, put a knight from discard into history. Otherwise, exile this card. Okay, so he's not exiled. So it's -4 points to them. So it's great if they still have that in their deck when the game ends. Alright, so that was it. Let's put a progress on this one. And so I kind of want the game to end before they have a chance to get rid of him. -4 points is pretty nasty. And Solstice. So I get 2 materials from my civil service. It's really been good for me. I don't think I have anything that like gives me points at the end of the game for materials or populations. I just want to have it so I can do stuff like develop, which I manage to do all the time. So I'm doing good there. Do I want to discard a card? I don't have, like Cacao is useless now since I don't have any unrest in my hand. So I'll discard that to draw a card. Okay, Mercenaries. And I can return a mask. I don't have any mask in my discard pile. So how do I do this in a good way? I can just start with Mercenaries. No, I'll start with Independent, just to make it easier for me. Getting me 3 materials and 2 population. Then I'll do Mercenaries, pay a population to get an action. So I have 4 actions. I'll do... Olmec Traders is tricky because it says I get 3 material, but then I have to give each other player a card from my hand or discard pile. So like I don't want to give the bot anything that is points. I could give them Cacao, I guess. Yeah, because the game is almost over anyway. But I don't know if I want to play it. Well, let's draw cards. I know what I have to work with. So let's do Code of Laws. Okay, Ritual Sacrifice. Then I just need to find a mask. So let's exhaust Hieroglyphs to do Code of Laws again. Hopefully I get a mask. No, I got Unrest. Is there a way I could get a mask somehow? I know I have 1 or 2 in there. I would love to do Ritual Sacrifice, but I don't see how I would get that now. So, yeah. I mean, I could... Yeah, I don't think there's a way. I'll just keep Ritual Sacrifice for later then. And I don't think I'll do Education. I don't think I want to put anything into history here. Not in my hand. Maybe the Olmec Traders if I don't want to play it, but... Should I put the regions in play? I think I will. I'll spend 2 actions to put these 2 regions in place so I don't have them in my hand. And this says I can put a card from my discard pile into history. I don't want to do that. Exile a card from the market. And then Garrison. Yeah, it's the same. So I have to exile 2 cards because of those 2. Which is only the Scythians. Everything else is... Yeah, so this is going to end the game. So then we exile the Greeks. And it's fine though. I don't mind ending the game. I think it's to my benefit right now. And I get... Yeah, so I get 1 more turn. We both do. I have 2 more actions though. What am I doing with those? Oh, now I have an unrest. Now I'm doing traders, of course. So I get 3 material. Of course, of course, of course. And now give each other player a card from your hand. There we go. You get the unrest. There we go. That's why it's good if you have the unrest. But now I still have 1 more action. I don't really have anything to do. Sadly, I don't. Yeah. So that is a little bit bad. I could free play, but no, I don't want to put... I'm just going to keep Ritual Sacrifice in my hand. So I can be sure to do it on my last turn, which will be my next turn. And I need to put one of these. I'll just put it on this. And I'll draw 5 more cards. And this should be a mask somewhere here. There we go. And I have this to draw cards and so on. So yeah, nice. Okay, it's going to be a good last turn as well. Let's... Oh, did I do a... Did I play Invasion earlier? No, it's only if I broke through for a tributary. It's only if I break through for a region, then each other break through for it or break through for it. No, it's and each. Okay, it happens anyway. Okay. So they should have 1 less region here. I don't think it's gonna matter, but thanks for the... Or recall, actually. It should go to their hand. Yeah, that's true. I thought it was... Yeah, sometimes the wording of these cards, it's like... I've been thinking about that card, that if I get a region, then... But it doesn't... Yeah, I get to break through for this or that, and then that happens. Yeah, that makes sense. So, let's see. Bot 6. Okay, it's not good. Unrest. Morgana. Oh, this is bad, right? So, oh, well, do they have a knight? No, yeah, they have Merlin. Wow, this is really bad. Okay, so they will put a knight from discard pile into history to gain the top impending quest, which is the Grail, which is 8 points. Oh no. No. Oh, they found the Grail. Okay, the city is a... Discard the top card of the bot deck, which is the Grail. What happens if they play the Grail? That's just an other, right? Yeah. The game ends normally if the player plays the Grail. But okay, so wait, is that a special end thing for them? Game ends... oh yeah, as if you play the Grail card as the Arthurians. It's not if they play it's not if the bot plays it, right? Because then it would have been in here. Okay, anyway, we are on this. Discard a top card, return unrest from discard pile. I don't think, no, they don't have that, so they just get 1 progress instead. Okay. They haven't gotten that much progress either on their card, to be honest. I've seen way worse. No, this shouldn't go to history, right? No, it was. Yeah, it was Merlin, right? Yeah. Then we do another attacking card. Now they don't have a top. No, they don't have any more quests. So it says otherwise, put the card into history, place the top card from the Dynasty deck into discard. They take unrest, I take unrest. Okay, so that goes in there. Dynasty deck, they get this one, another knight. They take unrest. And I take unrest. Alright. And discard the top card there. And they can return an unrest from discard. And it was a 6, so no progress being put out there. Alright. And then it is Solstice phase. I get 2 materials from Civil Service. I can discard a card. I'll just discard a mask, which I can pick up again with Step Pyramids in order to draw a card. I got the Celts. Okay, so now let's do this like this. I'll do Eminent to draw 2 cards, but I only have 1. So when I'm going to go and draw the other one, I'll get this one, which would also be game end trigger, but the game end trigger has already happened. So then I'll have to pay 4 materials. That is 3 points, and 2 population. And we shuffle this. This is my last action, of course, and I get Olmec traders. Okay, that's actually good. So then I can play that. As my first action to gain 3 material. Like that. And I can give them a card, so I'll give them the Unrest. And then we do Leadership to draw a card. It's a free play. We'll do Independent as a free play to get 3 material and 2 population. And then it's time for Ritual Sacrifices to... It's an action. I need to discard 2 stone masks, but I will exhaust Step Pyramid, so it's only 1. Pay 2 population, and I get another Fame card. Well, actually, I get to look at the top 3. So Magnificent, free play, draw card, return a Unrest. Imperial is 8 points if it's in history. Outstanding is 7. Can I get into history in my last action here? How would I do that? I could have done that with... yeah. Okay, so since I can't do that, I'll just take Outstanding because it's 7 points. And it's a free play to put up to 2 cards from my discard pile into my history. Yes, thanks, because I would like to put the stone mask in my history, so it's worth the point. I think all my stone masks are in history now. And I have 1 more action in the game, and breakthrough. No, this will get me. Since there are no uncivilized, I will get when you break through and you don't find one, I get 2 progress instead. So this is 2 points to me and -2 to the bot because I'll give them an Unrest. That's a 4-point swing. Or I can do Invasion. And I could break through for a region, which is okay. This is actually better. So my last action will be Invasion to pay 3 materials because I don't think I get points for materials anyway. I don't think I have a card that triggers of that. I don't remember by now, but each other player takes a Unrest, so that's -2 for them. They will have to abandon a region, and recall. Yeah, recall, and I will break through for a region. And get this one, which I can't play, but it doesn't matter. Comes with that, and it also has 2 points. So that was not a bad combo for me there. And I will just discard my hand. I'll have to... And we can't even refill here. Never seen that happen before, I think. That's weird. And I'll put that there. And I will draw... Wait, before I do... Yeah, I should have done Code of Laws and Hieroglyphs. I should have drawn 2 cards just to see what I got. Oh, okay. So I got Mercenaries. Do I have something that triggers off cards in play? I don't think so. I had that in some playthrough, but I don't think I have it right now. Otherwise I would play this. I could get another action, but that wouldn't matter. These are already done. No, it doesn't matter. So I am done. I think so. And now I will draw back up, which only matters for... I don't need to do it all. It only matters for the solstice phase, but yeah, it's fine. So, bot. Last turn for the bot. Now the 6. That's the 3rd one. Britannia Secunda. They will exile this one. It's the only one left that they can exile. Unrest. That is religion, which will get them to discard a top card. Can they return an Unrest? No, because I made them return this after I gave them an Unrest. So that's good. But then they get a progress instead. But that was actually good. And okay, same thing happens again. So now they will discard this, which is an Unrest, and they can return it. Okay. And then Vivian of the Lake, which is just basically play it. There's nothing to exile. And that was the end of the bot turn. So it doesn't matter. We don't need to put it in there. So now the only thing left is Solstice, which I don't think matters. Well, I get 2 material, if that matters for anything. And I can discard a card to get another material, so I get up to 15. I don't think I have anything that triggers off that. It's time for scoring. Wow, this was a long playthrough as well. This is a long game with Olmecs. Like almost 2 hours. But then again, it's always longer when I talk to the chat and I talk to the viewers and all that. So I'm not sure on how to start here. I think we just start with putting the bot stuff. We'll just do the bot first, because it's so simple. I just look at these and I get a count. So this is 17. Okay, so 17, and then we just count it up. So 18, 19, 25, 27, 29, 34, 36, 37, 39, 44, 45, 46, 51, 59, 61, minus 4. So we're back down to 57, 58, 59, and minus 2. 57. 57 is not an impressive score for the bot or for anyone. So let's just keep the 5 there and 7 so we remember it. So that is 57 for them. Okay. Then let's do my stuff. Let's do this. This is 10, 4, 6, 8. I am playing on like the standard difficulty level, and I usually win, so maybe I should go higher. They didn't have any materials or resources, right? No, like no population or anything. Huh, that's weird. That's not, yeah, that's uncommon. For me, I think I'll start with history. There's a few different ways to do this, I guess. I don't have any points effect on the Olmecs, by the way, which is, I think, also very rare. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And that's a special one. So 8 points from stone masks. I'll just take 2 there, give myself another 10. That's a special one. Do I have anything out here that cares about it being out here so that like I can't remove it? I don't think so in this time, no. So that is 1, 4, 5, 8, 10 more points from what I see out here. Then let's look at my deck. There's 2, 10, special, 13, 15, 16, 19, 22, 23, 33, 36, 37, 40 points. I didn't have that many special effects this time, but I think I'm winning. So 40 points. Let's see, do we have that's 30, and let's just take one of these. So that is 40. So that is a total of 76. So I already won. Wow, that's a low point scoring for the bot. I'm surprised how that worked. I don't think I have anything that triggers off. No, I don't have anything that triggers off the resources I have. And I already counted these up. So I think the only one left here is this one is 1 VP per 4. Oh yeah, I had one effect here. Okay, so I had 4 populations. That's 1 more point from the mercenaries. And then I have this 1 VP per 4 regions, and I don't think I have any regions in. Oh, there, I did have a region. I got that last thing right. So then it's the ones that were played together with this one. It's at 8, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so that's 2 points. So my end score is 79, which isn't that high either. I had higher scores for sure with the Olmecs. So I scored pretty low. The bot scored pretty low. And in the end, I won 79 to 57. So I'm happy for that. That was really fun. Oh, I love this Olmecs civilization and the game. So much fun. I hope you had fun as well watching. Such a blast playing this game. And what I'm going to do right now is, after this, I'm going to let my voice rest a bit. I'm going to watch the Dice Tower. They start their top 100 games of all time in 10 minutes. They're going to live stream. Going to do the first 10 there. It's going to be really fun to see what their guys have on their top 100 list this year. So I can recommend you to check that out. I will be in the chat. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you had a good time. If you did, subscribe to the channel. Press the little red button down there and click the bell symbol so you get notifications from YouTube when I post new videos. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great evening, morning, or whenever you're watching. Take care. Bye bye.